We're here at Ferdinand's 18th Street Park for this week's edition of our Monday segment. We brought in Chris James to join us. So, Chris, it is Folk Fest week, obviously why we're here at the park.
Yes, all things Folk Fest coming up this Saturday, Bradford. This is the week of preparation. I'd mentioned at our council meeting last week that everything was slowing down, ready to speed up, and we are in that speed up process as crews are going to be starting, volunteers, the committee, getting things ready to go for the Folk Festival, which is this Saturday starting 11:30 a.m. up until 9 p.m. We've got a great selection of food vendors back again this year, dozens of arts and crafts vendors, and I believe a record number of educational and environmental wellness vendors as well. All things good for the body, the mind, the spirit. They'll be in as well, and we're just going to kind of take over 18th Street Park and have just something for everyone. The little kids, we'll have children's programming. The storytellers will be in. We've got Big Bounce Funhouse in with their inflatables, and they've got a great selection of all things you wouldn't even think of from an inflatables company. They'll be back again this year. There'll be a magician, Bob Allmeyer, will have a couple of shows. We've got something new this year based off of the internet's TED Talks. It's called Tent Talks, and it kind of feeds in with the wellness and the education and the environment segment. We've got, I think, about 10 of those set up through the course of the day throughout the grounds here as well. And then a lot of great music. That starts off around noon hour. Sisters of 2nd Avenue are the first act of the day, and we'll go right through the afternoon, and then we'll cap it off with the headliner, Hayes Carl. He'll hit the stage about 7:30 Saturday night, and we're looking forward to great crowds as we always have. The weather, we've got the special request in with the Sisters of St. Benedict to have safe travels for everybody involved, the performers, the vendors, the visitors, and also, by the way, could you make the weather nice for us as well? And every year they have come through big time for us.
Certainly a request we all wish to be granted.
Yes, definitely. We're looking forward to that.
So moving forward, you guys even have royalty coming out here to the Folk Fest.
Yes, not necessarily every year at the Folk Fest will there be a royal visitor, but this year we are honored to have Archduke and Archduchess Habsburg of Austria. Marcus and his wife will be in town. They'll have a special spot set up where he can kind of visit with some people. And then at 5:30 we'll take a bit of a break in the music. The Forest Park Marching Band will march down the hill from the upper shelter house area down to the stage, and they'll play a couple of special tunes picked out, and then Archduke Marcus will be introduced by our town board president, Ken Seacard, and he'll make a statement, and then once that is done, he'll go on. He's got a very busy itinerary, I know, and then we'll get back into the music, but we're blessed to have him and his predecessors back in his family line. The Archduke Ferdinand was the inspiration for Father Kundek to name the town Ferdinand. So he's been in town before. We're always happy to have him back into the community. They keep him hopping, that's for sure, but we're glad to have him in, and he'll be on the stage between 5:30 and 6 for just a little extra something special for the Folk Fest this year.
Okay, and as we wrap up here, you guys are hoping for a nice crowd this year, but you also got the designation with the Midwest Traveler magazine, so you were curious about how that's going to work.
That's something every year we estimate between 8,000 and 10,000 people come into Ferdinand, basically quadruple to quintuple the town's population for one day. We received notification from AAA Traveler magazine that we were going to be named as a travel treasure, and we received that certificate. They hit an area that we don't normally promote the Folk Fest on, not for not wanting to, but just it's further out of the area, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri area, and even into western sections of Illinois, places that we don't normally reach with our normal advertising, gets this magazine. So we're going to be kind of keeping an eye out on the license plates in the parking lot and folks coming through the crowd, and just to see, how did you find out about the Folk Fest? A lot of it is always word of mouth from previous year's vendors or visitors. Some folks come because one of their favorite acts is going to be here, and they come to town. So we're going to see if this will be one more drawing card for the Folk Fest, this designation, and that's something, even though it's this year specific, is something that we can tout in years ahead to bring people back again. And again, the purpose of the Folk Fest, in part, bring folks in for the food and the music, let them experience Ferdinand and Du Bois County as a place that they would want to come back, set some roots, and raise their family. and this will be one more way to bring some people in and see if we can get some more folks to come to town.
Certainly a great opportunity for you this weekend then.
Yes, very much so. And again, we're just hoping for great weather and look forward to seeing everybody here in Ferdinand this weekend. Again, the act started at 11:30, run up until 9 p.m. All of the vendor booths, the food, the arts and crafts, the education, they'll be open from 11:30 until 6 p.m. And then they can kind of wrap up, and then they can enjoy the nighttime artists as well.
Absolutely. Chris, we thank you for your time this week.
Thank you, Bradford.
That's been our Monday with the Mayor segment. We are back after this.